Hey guys, and welcome to another edition of Lou Presents on HottyToddy.com. I'm Kristen Bentley.
And I'm Madison Scarpino. To kick off the show, we're going to be talking about the latest news about what's going on in Oxford. On March 6th, TEDx will be coming to Ole Miss. The TED Talk will be featuring 8 speakers, all of whom will share with the audience their individual ideas about spreading hope and diversity with the hope of moving society forward.
There were a couple people that we were super excited about, in particular. Jacob Ainsman is a student who has Asperger's syndrome, and he's going to be talking about the difficulties of being on a college campus and the mistreatment of people with these disabilities.
Yes, I'm very excited to see that one. Zara Love will be discussing owning her identity as a Black woman in the South and how women like Beyonce and Fannie Lou Hamer help diversify the narrative in the South, which I also think is going to be a great talk. I think it's a super important topic, especially in today's society.
I agree. The Ole Miss baseball team will be taking on Long Beach State this weekend at Swayze Field. When the two faced off last year at Long Beach, the Rebels put up 12 runs on 14 hits. Madison, what do you predict the game this year is going to look like?
I think really our only downfall of this game is going to be that our pitching isn't quite as strong as last year. Long Beach State is always a great team, but Ole Miss is ranked number 10 right now, so that's great. A key player to look out for is going to be junior left fielder and Oxford native Thomas Dillard, and he just won SEC Player of the Week, so that's super exciting for him, and the team should be a great game.
I think so too.
Double Decker is only a few months away, and the UM Museum held a press conference unveiling the 2019 poster and music lineup. We have some really good talent this year, and Double Decker is always a great time. I cannot wait for that. One of my favorite weekends in Oxford. Going to be a lot of fun.
Warm weather, everyone out. Should be a great weekend.
And a great lineup.
It's true. In entertainment news, this past weekend the Oscar Awards went down, and many people were saying that it was unlike any show that they had ever seen before. Now, if you didn't notice, there was something missing from this year's award show: a host. Now, even with this seemingly vital piece of an award show not there, they still had plenty of big stars to, pick up the slack. Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, and Maya Rudolph were just a few of the many big celebrities to grace the Oscar stage to present. Madison, what do you think about their decision to go hostless?
In my opinion, I think that having a host at an award show, especially like the Oscars, I think it's super iconic, and they usually have really big names doing it, super talented people, but like you said, the people that they did select to kind of take over that host role did an amazing job, so kudos to the Oscars for that. The other big buzz around the Oscars was the major chemistry between Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga during their performance of the song Shallow from their movie A Star is Born.
Seemed a little dangerous to me. Where was his girlfriend, Arena Shayk? To answer that, she's actually in the audience. But I, for one, would like to know what she thought of the entire thing. I mean, you can't fake that chemistry.
Yeah, I mean, I would not be too thrilled if I was watching my boyfriend connect with someone on stage like that. But we have to remember they are actors. It's literally their job to make us think that they are their characters and that they're in love. So it just shows how good of actors they are.
And I'm sure that she's aware that that comes with the territory of dating someone in that industry.
Right after this very romantic performance, Gaga took home the award for Best Original Song for Shallow, and we see Green Book take home the award for Best Picture, beating out box office hits like The Black Panther and Bohemian Rhapsody. Ruth E. Carter became the first Black woman to win for costume design in Academy history for her work in Black Panther. Overall, the Oscars were great this year, and we had some very talented people win some much deserving awards.
Moving on now to our favorite time of the show, the Bachelor recap. On this week's episode, we see Colton and the remaining 4 girls head to their hometowns to meet their families. Now, the episode starts off with Kaylin bringing Colton to Virginia, where he asked and received permission from her stepdad to propose.
If I could have your permission to marry Kaylin.
Don't get too excited though, because he did the same thing to the other 3 girls' dads.
Just to ask you if I can have her hand in marriage. I want to know if I can have your blessing. I would like your permission to marry your daughter.
And also told every one of the 4 girls that he was falling in love with them. Now, maybe it's just me, but I feel like telling everyone that you love them kind of takes away the meaning behind it.
Yeah, and honestly, this really did knock Colton down. I hate to say it, a few notches down in my book, because that's just not genuine. You can't be in love with 4 people at once, even if you think you are. And especially the fact that he asked all 4 girls' dads if he can marry them.
And then in what seems like a bit of an awkward moment, we see Hannah G and her family break out their rapping skills. and I use the term skills very loosely, to impress Colton. Now, I had secondhand embarrassment for her, but
Colton's really cool. Y'all think so too. Hopefully at the end of this, he'll be my forever boo. Hey!
Well, I guess the rapping did impress Colton because Hannah G's safe for next week, and this episode had so much exciting stuff. Tasia and Colton went skydiving, Cassie gave Colton a surfing lesson, and ultimately it came down to Colton being very confused and emotional, as usual.
I'm confused, I'm terrified, I'm nervous.
But Colton ended up deciding that he would send Kaylin home.
I'm not that sad to see Kaylin go, just because I really like the other 3 girls, but that always kind of
Yeah, and he told her he's falling in love with her. Feel bad for her.
Yeah, I do too. But next week should be interesting, and the rest of the season, I can't wait.
Yes.
That's all we have for y'all today. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Lou Presents.
Be sure to follow Hotty Toddy on all social media and be on the lookout for our next show.